All right, let me see. What's popping? What's popping? What's going on, people? What's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So today I'm going to be talking about, recognizing the amount of time you're wasting with women. Okay, what's popping? VP Films, Will Z, what's going on? So remember, guys, the Truth About the Game seminar, April 14th, is coming up soon. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Stop playing. Adrian, we're not going to start that. Stop trolling. You don't need no trolling today. Okay? But, what you guys got to make sure you do is you got to get tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. Also, make sure you get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, audiobook, and hard copy. You feel me? But all right, hold on. Let me remove Adrian. Remove his message because he's trolling. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway. But yeah, so guys, make sure you get How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook, and also get tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. Yes, make sure you get that. So today I want to talk about recognizing when you are wasting time with chicks. You feel what I'm saying? All right, hold on. Let me. Yeah, so I want to make sure that you guys understand that when you're wasting time with chicks, because a lot of times what happens is that when you're dealing with women, right? There's going to be a lot of women who are going to be time wasters. You feel what I'm saying? So what's going to happen is that you're going to be interacting with chicks. You're going to try to be, you're going to try to make something happen. You're going to try to, get this girl's number. You're going to try to set up a date. You're going to try to hook up with this girl. You're going to try all these things. And what's going to happen is it's going to be a big waste of time. David was good. Kelly was going on. Ash Gray was going on, was popping. But yeah, you gotta watch out for the chicks who are gonna waste your time. And the way to recognize or to realize that your time is being wasted is you need to figure out first what you're trying to do with this chick. Are you trying to get a number? Are you trying to go on a date? Are you trying to hook up? What are you trying to do? Now, once you figure out what you're trying to do, you need to find the quickest way to do that. So, for example, let's say if you're on an online dating site and you're trying to set up a date with a chick, but she's sort of like, you're like, yo, when are you free? So we get together. She's like, oh, let's talk on here more, or, I feel like we got to get to know each other. That's the beginning of you realizing that you're wasting your time with this chick, right? And the thing is, the key to really stopping chicks in their tracks when it comes to them wasting your time is being very direct with these women and getting to the point as soon as possible. You understand? So let's use the online dating site example again. If you're on the site and you're trying to, let's say, like set up a date with a chick, you want to do that as quick as possible, maybe on the second or third text. You understand what I'm saying? Even sooner sometimes. You might, like, let's say you match with a girl on Tinder. Your first message might be, yo, so what's good? When are you free so we get together? Just straight up, just like that. So that you get straight to the point. So now the conversation becomes about you and her getting together instead of the conversation being a whole bunch of back and forth about nothing. You see what I'm saying? And then what happens is, if this girl is an attention whore, then what's going on is that you're going to stop her in her tracks from getting as much attention from you, then she, you know, that she's not gonna be able to try to get that attention that she's trying to get, because what's going on is that you are telling her, look, this is the direction where the conversation's going, and we need to talk about this particular thing about us getting together. And if you're not trying to talk about that, then we don't need to really talk. Because, you know, this is the thing. If you're on like an online dating site, right? For example, if you get to the point really quick with chicks, let's say on Tinder, let's say you match with like 20 girls this week on Tinder, and all 20 of them you get to the point real quick, right? Let's say, I'd say maybe like 15 of them are going to stop responding to you. As soon as you say, yo, when are you free so we could get together to get a drink? Or, yo, let's get together Friday. Or, hey, give me your number so we could set up a plan to meet up. As soon as you get to that point, there's going to be 15 out of those 20 girls who are going to stop responding to you. You understand? And they're going to stop responding to you because that's the point when shit gets real. You understand? See, you always want to get to the point with the woman where shit gets real. Meaning, let's say you're at a bar and you're talking to a girl and you're flirting with her, and then you get to the point where you are flirting real heavy, you're getting a little touchy-feely, and you're like, yo, let's get out of here and go back to my place. So you just got to the point real quick, right? Now shit got real. You feel what I'm saying? So now she has to either, you know, put up or shut up. You feel what I'm saying? She has to do the thing, or she got to just keep the shit pushing. But there's no room for her to like play games, because you got to the point and now she can't waste your time anymore. Either she's going to do it or she's not. But see, the problem is that a lot of women, they have mastered the art of wasting men's time. You understand? Because they use it under the excuse of, oh, I just need time to get to know you, which is bullshit. That's the out that women have for when they want to waste your time. That's her weapon. I want to get to know you more. I need to, you know, it's going to take more time. You see what I'm saying? That's their thing. That's what women do. So you have to recognize when that shit is going down. Because these girls, right? They have all these different, situations where they can sort of like set up a dynamic to where they can start the process of wasting your time. You see what I'm saying? They've mastered this so well, because what they understand is that there's a whole bunch of naive men who's going to believe the bullshit, who's going to believe that she needs to take time to get to know you. Because most women who have told you they need to get to know you have had plenty of occasions where they was fucking and sucking some guy they did not get to know. You understand? So, unfortunately, you have a lot of men out there who don't know this. You see what I mean? You have a lot of guys who don't understand this dynamic. And then what happens is that they get fooled into dealing with these girls who end up wasting their time. You said, Whiskey to Dawn, you said when they say I'm not sure what I want equals my attraction level isn't high enough for you. Pretty much. See, the more attracted a woman is to you, the easier the situation becomes. The more cooperative she becomes. She moves in a direction where things are going to flow smoothly. But what you have to understand is that women, they also want a good number of guys to be able to talk to be able to give them attention, to be able to, boost their ego. That's a really big thing. You have to understand that. Never underestimate the appeal of attention to these women. They need that shit. They love that shit. So they need to get guys who are going to be those type of guys. They need to have a section of dudes who are going to be those men. See, your job is to make sure that you're not stupid enough to be those guys. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you need to do. That's why you need to be on top of your game so that you're not being a freaking moron and, doing the things in that direction that she wants it to, in the way she wants it to go. You feel what I'm saying? So, so you got to understand that, you got to understand when a woman is basically wasting your time or setting up a situation to waste your time. Because look, there's times where, let's say for example, you're dealing with a chick and you try to make some shit pop off. And this happens a lot on online dating sites where you might be going back and forth with a chick. And she's not really trying to make anything happen. You're like, yo, let's get together, give me a number or whatever. And she's on some, oh, well, I don't know, I gotta get to know you more, let's talk on here more, yada yada yada. Sometimes you just need to say, listen, check your schedule, here's my number, holler at me when you free, and just cut this shit off. Like, stop talking to her. You see what I'm saying? VB Films, he said, could a woman get so used to using you for attention that her attraction builds over time and works to your advantage? Hell no. Hell fucking no. Let me explain this. If a woman is using you for attention and you're going along with how she's using you for attention, her attraction for you will not build. You see what I'm saying? Her attraction for you is not going to build. It's impossible. Why? Because you're following her. See, her attraction can build if she's getting attention by default by you having her in your frame. Meaning, let's say for example, I'm interacting with a girl in a way where I'm directing the conversation a certain way. I'm hitting her up to try to set some shit up. I'm doing those things. So when I'm doing those things, she's getting attention from me. But she's only getting the amount of attention that I'm allowing her to get, to where I'm only giving her enough to where I'm trying to get something done. So through what I'm doing, what happens is that she can, her attraction can build based off of how I'm coming at her versus her attraction being built with me sort of like following her and kissing her ass and sucking her butt and trying to be all up under her. You understand what I'm saying? By giving her all this attention. So if I say to a girl, I'm hitting her up and I'm like, yo, what you doing Friday? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, well, listen, let's go meet up at the Main Street Bar. And then she's like, oh, well, I'm not sure. But like, well, you know what? Listen, check your schedule. Hit me back by Tuesday night and let me know if you can make it by Friday. Now, going through this back and forth, I'm giving her attention by trying to set something up. But the attention I'm giving her isn't on her terms. You see what I'm saying? So when the attention is on her terms, she is never going to build attraction for you. When the attention is coming through your terms, then it can be built. You understand that? Super Saturn. I didn't get your question. What is your question? I did not get your question. Did you email it to me? But yeah, that's the thing. You gotta understand how this shit works, because a lot of guys have been fooled into thinking that's that friend zone mentality. Or if I stick in there long enough, she's going to start to like me. You understand? That's when Cat's been watching too many movies and shit. Oh, Superstar, you said on the chat. I didn't see it. What did you say? Kelly, you said, what do I mean by on her terms? So on her terms means her calling you up, texting you, wanting to talk about her day and her emotions and a whole bunch of bullshit, and you sitting there listening to her garbage, and that's on her terms. So you're giving her attention, but she wants the attention from you, which is why she's coming at it that way. So no attraction is going to be built by you paying attention to her, trying to talk to you on the phone for an hour about nothing. You see what I'm saying? Or you following her direction. So let's say, for example, I say to a girl, "Hey, let's go on a date," right? And I text her on Tinder and I say, "Hey, let's go on a date Friday," and then she says, "Oh, can we just talk on here more?" And then I start talking on there more with her. That's me giving her attention on her terms. That's not going to build attraction for her, because as soon as I start doing shit on her terms, then she knows what type of dude I am. She knows that I'm a sucker. You understand what I'm saying? Ash Gray, you said men always have to lead. Exactly. You feel what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to recognize the amount of attention you're giving these chicks, because the attention you give them should be just enough to get the job done. You understand? So that means that if you got to text her, call her to set up a date, set up a hookup, whatever it is, that's the amount of attention you give her. Don't be calling her and speaking on the phone for 2 hours about nothing. Don't be all up in her DMs and her Instagrams and liking every damn picture she got and all this other crazy shit. You see what I'm saying? Because, again, a lot of guys are fooled into thinking that they need to spend a whole lot of time just fucking with a chick in order to get her to like him. You understand? You said, what do you think about women who say they will only have sex with you in an exclusive relationship, but not during casual dating? Well, those are the women who see you as the boyfriend material guy, the guy who's the beta male usually, because they're saying they're not going to have sex with you. You understand what I'm saying? They're only going to have sex with you in an exclusive relationship. Trust me, they're having sex with other men casually. Y'all gotta understand how much women like sex. You understand? Women, see, don't get confused by all of this. Oh, I want to wait 90 days and get to know you and all that other stupid shit. No. Women love dick. Okay? They love it. You understand? But yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, you got to make sure you know what you're doing out here, because you're going to waste a lot of time with these chicks. And what you have to understand is, just understand that most women you deal with, most of the women you deal with are going to be time wasters. You understand? So most of these chicks is going to be time wasters. You said, what do you think of a girl that you're dating exclusively, but is going through a lot, court, etc., and doesn't want a title right now? Boyfriend, just says she needs some time. Well, that's the thing. First of all, what do you mean dating exclusively? Dating exclusively means boyfriend. See that y'all gotta understand the terms, because you don't see people be dating as if they're actually in a relationship. When you date someone, If you're dating them exclusively, that means that they're your, if you're dating a girl exclusively, that means that's your girlfriend. You understand? Because when you're dating, if I'm dating a girl, if I'm just dating a girl, that means that we're not exclusive. That means that I can date other chicks. She can date other guys. You understand? Scarface, he said, how can you stop masturbating? You can't. It's impossible. No, I'm kidding. It's impossible, goddammit. Man. You said, how do you get the point across to her about that you guys are just dating? Just let her know. Be like, listen, I'm still fucking with other chicks. You feel me? Lamaine, what did you ask me? I didn't Lamaine, or did I say your name right? I didn't see a question. But the caller number 646-481-3901. So if anybody wants to call up. But yeah, you guys gotta really you gotta really make sure that you're not wasting time with these chicks, man. Because women, a lot of them, not all, but a lot of women don't really take they don't take time seriously to a certain extent. And there's a couple dudes who do this too, but they on some bitch nigga shit. But what I mean is that women generally, and I've said this before, is that women's lives generally revolve around dudes. You understand what I'm saying? They want men's attention. They want men to take care of them. They want men to protect, provide. They want a guy to fuck them crazy. It's like, it's this big thing with dudes. Now, a lot of women, when I've talked about this with a lot of women, and they're always like, no, my life don't revolve around no man. I'm like, yes, it does. See, the man's life usually revolves around his purpose and the shit he's trying to do and accomplish. The woman's lives revolve around finding that guy she wants to follow and to lead her and all this other shit. All this feminist and feminism shit will tell you different, but that's what it really is. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I got some shit in my eye. Shit. But yeah, that's what it is. So what happens is that for women, a lot of times there's no sense of urgency. There's no like thing about let me make shit happen now, because it's just like, well, my whole purpose is the dude. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Yo.
Yo, what's going on, Mr. L? It's Sean.
What's poppin'? What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, man, I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. So what's the deal?
Yeah, thanks for answering my question, because I've dealt with that before, with the whole time-wasting crap, because I wanted you to know, because I kept sending it through the chat message, for instance, but like, hey, well, I only will have sex with a dude that I'm in a committed relationship with, and just casually dating, that type of stuff, and you can't do that, and, like, they have a guy for each and every category,
Right. But see, that's the thing. When girls say that shit, I'm only gonna, do a guy who I'm with and all this other stuff. They're just saying that to the guy they're saying it to. You know what I'm saying? They don't really actually mean that. You know what I'm saying? They may want to believe that, but that's not really what it is. Because when she gets horny and when she wants to fuck a dude, she got some dudes on call she could get it in with. You see what I'm saying? She got some cats that she could really, make shit happen with. So all of that stuff is nonsense. And this is why guys have to understand when they're getting their time wasted, because if you're dealing with her and you're like, look, I'm trying to just smash, I'm trying to have some fun, but you want this other shit, then I'm gonna just go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just bounce. But a lot of guys, what they think is they think, well, let me stay, let me chill, let me wait, let me build all this other extra shit. Let me take some time, because maybe if I put some time in, then she's gonna. Nah, it's like you're gonna be wasting your time. You see
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, because man, oh man, I've came a long ways. Because one thing I love about direct game in general is it weeds out a whole bunch of time wasters, bullshitters,
Oh
attention
yeah.
whores and things like that. Because I'm 26 now, but when I was maybe 19, 20 years old, I had a scarcity mindset. So I would approach women, and then I would get maybe 2 or 3 phone numbers to just focus on those 2 or 3 women, and then they try to find a way to blow me off as far as at the last moment canceling on a college homecoming or something like that, come up with some type of excuse, and then I would be persistent with trying to get with them, because I was brainwashed, and I was taught that as a man, you got to be persistent. You can't give up.
Right.
Like I was thinking that charging a woman to the game and just dumping them meant that I was weak and I wasn't man enough to take her shit test and things like that.
Right.
But if honestly, it's the opposite, man. Like being a man, you got to just dump them to the side and have an abundance mentality. And it took me a long time to be able to figure that out.
Right.
I feel like I was maybe 22 or so, and
Right, because the thing is, if you're trying extremely hard to get with this one girl, what is that saying to you? It's saying that I have a scarcity mindset, that I have to make it work with this girl. You feel what I'm saying? That so the thing is, if you have that abundance mindset, you say, okay, well, look, this is what I want to do. This girl's playing games. She's wasting time. Let me go to the next girl who is going to give it to me how I want it to be done, and who's going to make shit happen in the way I want it to happen. And so you're going to have those girls who they're going to gravitate to you in that way if you put yourself out there that way. You understand? And also, too, I think what guys don't understand is women will recognize and know in most cases what type of guys they can play games with and what type of guys they can't. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes what happens is a woman will reject you or not fuck with you based off of the fact that she knows she can't play games with you. So she recognizes that. You see what I mean? So she's like, you might ask her for the number or whatever. She's like, nah, I'm okay, blah, blah, blah. Because she knows that she's going to have to actually cooperate, or else it ain't not going to happen. You see what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, and I get what you mean. Thank you so much, because before I get off the line, it just all starts with the approach. I mean, I know that's the fundamentals, that's the building block, that's the foundation. But I noticed the more direct, or even the fact of being a bit more flirtatious and getting to the point, that did help cut out a lot of the time wasting. When I was a little younger, I would strike up the small talk. It's nothing wrong with that if you're going to do it for a minute or two. But if you're doing it and then you're not escalating it like you always say, you and some other coaches as well too, that it's not escalating into any type of flirting conversation or anything like that. Women can always come up with excuses and say, "Oh, well, I didn't know what your intentions were."
Right, exactly. I thought we were just friends. I thought we were just cool. I didn't know you were trying to. They be on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And see, the cool thing is, some of them will. I mean, they would let me know, depending on their moral compass or whatever it is. They'd let me know as soon as I would text them or call them or something like that. But a lot of them just, would like to fuck my emotions and energy and things when I was younger and green. Like when you're 19, 20 years old, don't know any better, didn't have, a male figure to really show you the ropes when it came to that type of stuff. So I was taking uppercuts and, hooks and all that type of stuff, but it made me a much stronger man, because I was able to, put up with the chess game and do well with it, to be able to figure out all the little nuances and stuff, because like I said, it starts with the foundation, because there's guys that, we're under the assumption that, you don't want to show your cards too fast, when you approach, you have to build that attraction, or she might get turned off if you go up to her and say you're cute and, you had noticed her and she caught your eye and, you want to, get together sometime and things like that. And then you also, have some goofy women. I'll say, oh, well, you approached me pretty strong, like, that was a bit too forward.
Right,
Like,
and really, and the
bullshit?
reason why they saying, oh, that's a bit too forward, that translates into, damn, you took away my ability to waste your time. That's all she's saying. That's really all she's saying.
Thank you.
You see what I mean? That's all she's saying.
Thank
She's like,
you,
shit.
brother.
He took my power away, because the thing is, if you didn't come strong and you were just like on some regular shit or whatever, then she could have been like, oh, let me, I can play around with this guy. Yeah, let's talk, let's conversate, let's have a whole discussion. Like, give me all that attention I'm craving. You see what I mean? Because this is the thing. Women want to get as much attention out of you without giving you anything in return. You understand what I'm saying? That's the thing that a lot of women want to do. So this is when you realize that they're wasting your time, because they know that you're trying to get to a point. They see that you're trying to make something happen. So what they're doing is they're saying, well, I want to be able to string him along, to get him to do a whole bunch of shit, to make all this happen without me having to overextend myself or do anything in return, because the thing that they need to do in return is to give you sexual energy. You see what I'm saying? And then so a lot of them know that that's their only playing card. That's all they have. See a lot of women they don't have anything else. Like, they don't have a cool personality. They don't bring nothing to the table. They don't cook or clean. They don't do, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of them don't have that. So they know all they got is their sexual energy. So now they're like, let me get as much attention from this guy before, and try to string him along to the point where, I can give him the least amount of sexual energy. I got to give him a little bit. I got to act like I'm going to give it some. I got to act like he's going to get some, so that I can have more time with him to fucking waste his time. You see what I mean? And it's crazy that they do that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. One last thing, though. I know you hate this yourself. I'm sure you've had this happen before.
Mm-hmm.
When, you bring a woman over, to your place, or you go to her place, and you might have oral sex, or you might have your clothes off, or whatever it is, and at the last moment, she'll be wishy-washy and say that she, wants sex, and then she doesn't, and she does, and then it ends up being a really awkward, frustrating situation. I mean, it was one time I was so mad, took the damn condom, threw that shit on the daggone floor. I was younger, just was emotional and couldn't, I guess manage, my emotions well with it, because it, just caught me off guard. I didn't want to get into some type of rape territory, something just crazy shit like that. So, I'm not sure if you've been through that, if what you think about it, or
I've been through that plenty of times. I've been through that plenty of times where everything seemed cool. I get to the crib, we kissing, we touching, we doing all this stuff, and then when it comes down to the actual intercourse, it's like she's like, oh, I think you should take it slow. I'm not sure, whatever, and I always have been like, all right, whatever, and then I just keep it moving. I keep it pushing, because I'm like, I'm not even trying to go down that route. But it's funny, because what happens is, and this is why I really only like dealing with chicks who show me 100% cooperation. Now there's times where I deal with chicks who because there are times where you can deal with a girl who she's into you, but she's not all the way into you, and then that's where the seduction comes in. That's where the whole quote unquote building attraction comes from. But generally, I like to deal with women who are extremely cooperative and who have that energy where they're 100% into me, because then all of that stuff, the attention whoring, the switching up, the changing of the minds, and all of that usually doesn't happen. See, a lot of the whole changing of the mind and her feeling a certain way and everything is because she at this moment is not comfortable with herself, and therefore she's not comfortable with you. You see what I'm saying? And then so that just messes up the whole interaction. So a lot of times, even when I talk to chicks and I'm dealing with them, sometimes you got to recognize and see how comfortable they are within their own skin, and that's going to tell you that already right there tells you usually this chick is going to be on some bullshit. So that's why when I talk to them and I ask them questions, because even for example, sometimes like I'll on purpose, when I'm in a situation with a chick or even a group of girls or a group of people or whatever, I'll on purpose say or talk about stuff that, is either extremely sexual, stuff that's kind of crazy, just to see the girl's reaction, just to see how she's going to react in front of everybody else, to see how her response to it. And then that tells me a lot about, how comfortable she is talking about these things, how comfortable she is around other people when these things are brought up or whatever, like just her whole vibe and her whole comfort level within herself. Because at this point, I'm not even getting at her. I'm just seeing how comfortable she is, period, with whatever's happening in the moment. You see what I'm saying? And so there are certain girls who are just extremely comfortable and cool with all of that. They're like, whatever. They going back talking to you about certain things. They having fun or whatever. Those are the girls I'm like, okay, that chick right there, I'm a holler at. The other girls where I see them like sort of cringing or sort of feeling embarrassed or sort of like feeling like, oh, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Those girls I don't really pay too much attention to, because I'm like, okay, if you're acting this way about this, what's going to happen if I try to, like, take you, I don't know, in a bathroom at this club somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about that life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that shit is kind of whack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like the attention horse. The funny thing is, Locario, is that you'll have these attention whores, for instance, that there'll be these women pretending that they're about that life, like just talking about, how much, they want to, like, get with you and be intimate with you, things like that, be the main ones fronting. You get what I mean? And then to be the other ones, you got some, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I agree. And like you said, like, there's the ones that be talking all that shit, and they be the biggest teasers, and then you have the ones that be quiet as hell, that, you know what I'm saying, be the biggest fakes.
Oh my.
So so you definitely got to see that shit. Yeah, hell yeah. It's crazy, man. That shit is crazy. Like, they do that all day.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so many different levels to seeing and recognizing how a chick's gonna be, and to be able to read these girls. Because truthfully, a lot of the problems that guys have with women or attracting women is from their lack of ability to understand and read how women are. You understand, and understand why they're doing certain things. You know what I mean? And so if a guy understands that, he'll be better equipped to recognize, okay, this type of chick is probably the type of girl who's going to waste a lot of time. This is the type of girl who seems like she's going to be about the shit I'm trying to do. Once you know that, you eliminate a lot of you wasting your time on a woman who is a time waster. Because if you would have recognized that she was a time waster in the first place, you wouldn't have bothered to try to talk to her or even go in that hard with this chick to try to make something happen. You'd already peeped it from the beginning and been like, okay, well, I'm not going to bother talking to this girl. Let me go talk to that other girl across the room, because the other girl across the room, she's showing me signs of a chick who's actually about what I'm trying to do. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
and I mean, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you going to say?
Yeah. No, I said, I mean, because I'm not sure how big of a sports fan you are, but, Uncle Mine said it's just like in football, reading a defense, reading the body language pretty well, reading the tone of voice with her. Just a lot of subtle movements and sub-communication. It plays a lot as far as being able to know the interest level, because just like I'm glad that you've been doing a great job in general, but just making videos letting guys know, you don't just tap a random woman on the shoulder and she gives you a stone cold bitch face, and you tell her, hey, I want to, fuck you from behind,
right.
Bust your pussy out wide open, or something like that. I mean, but if a woman, you're at her place or whatnot, and there's already a lot of sexual tension there, and like there's a lot of interest there. You're kissing and all kinds of stuff like that.
Right.
You can grab her by her hand and rub her fingers and stuff like that, and tell her something like that, and then try to walk her into a bedroom. I mean, that's a little different.
Right. Right. No,
yeah, I mean, I get what you mean. And then basketball, it's like you got to go hard in the paint, because I'm glad you've been letting guys know you got to be direct out here. I mean, you, Steve the Dean, and some other guys, really preach, even, alpha male strategies about the, being honest from the beginning, because, everyone, these coaches, you all say, because it all starts from then, from the beginning. Like, if you're going to just, like we said in the beginning of the conversation, just talk and your intentions are not there and stuff, see, as a guy, your ego, you're going to feel better due to the fact that at first you're not getting rejected as much. You're getting these phone numbers and stuff. You have like all these numbers. It's a big collection of numbers.
Right.
But then you go through that list, you get all these flakes, or these women ghosting on you, or telling you, asking you they don't know what your intentions are and stuff like that. And that's way worse. Or the ones that string you along, like dick you around for 3 months or so,
Mm-hmm.
and you're chasing after them, like, oh, well, I'm not available this day, or
Right, right.
you know, you have that scarcity mindset, and you keep chasing them and stuff like that. But see, me, I use direct game a whole lot, you know, the last few years, and sure, I get rejected way more than I've ever in my entire life, but it's the thick ass skin. I got rhinoceros skin now. I got the, you know, rhinoceros horn,
Right.
all that type of stuff,
Right.
But the thing is, when things do work out, it works out.
Right, exactly. And it work. And a lot of times, what happens is it works out so smoothly. That's the thing, because you know, if I talk to 20 girls and I'm direct with all of them, there's probably 18 that's gonna be on some bullshit because they were the ones that were waiting for the you know, to give me the runaround. But the other two was like already on the bat, off the bat, just feeling it, and then we just sort of like, you know, keep it pushing in that direction. You know what I mean? And also too, what it is that a lot of guys gotta understand is, and like I was talking about this earlier, if you're giving a woman attention and you're actually taking some time to deal with a girl, the time that you're taking should always be based off of your frame of mind, based off of your type of, you know, off of your plans, off of the things that you're trying to do. So sometimes, like, let's say, for example, I could sit and talk with a girl at a bar for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, if I want, but I'm doing it because I'm trying to figure shit out about her that I'm trying to fuck with. You understand? So what it is that I'm not sitting there trying to impress her, or I'm not sitting there trying to find the best way to say the best lines to get her to like me. I'm sitting there trying to figure out, okay, who's this chick? What can she do for me? Do I want to fuck her tonight, or do I want to wait? Do I, you know, like, does she have kids? How do I feel about that? Is that gonna make me not want to do her? You understand, like those type of things. You feel what I mean? Like I was at a bar, a few weeks back, whatever, and this lady, she, you know, like I've seen her before at another event or whatever. So we were talking. And I was probably talking to this girl I was talking to this lady for maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. Long story short, she wanted to, like, you know, get down that night. Like, she wanted me to smash or whatever. But the thing was, as I'm talking to her and I'm interacting with her, I'm realizing more and more that I wasn't really feeling her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she was you know, a good looking woman, but I wasn't feeling her energy. Like, it was something about her that maybe was like, you know, I wasn't really feeling it too much. But the reason why I was talking so much is because when we first started talking for the first 5 minutes, I was thinking, yo, I want to smash this chick. She looked good or whatever. So I'm at first thinking that's what I want to do. So I'm like, let me try to get this done quickly, or find the quickest way to get out of here and bring her back. Now, as after the 5 minutes is going on, 10 minutes I'm talking to her, then I started thinking, like, I don't know if I actually want to smash this chick, because she's kind of weird right now. I don't know what, like, I'm just not feeling it at this point. So at the end of the hour or so, whatever, she was ready to, like, to leave with me, and I declined. You see what I'm saying? So I took all that time, not because so in that the time that I took, it wasn't a waste of time for me, because I was doing it on my time. I was doing it because of how I wanted to see how the shit was gonna go. I wanted to figure out if I felt like doing it. Everything was about me. It wasn't about her. You see what I'm saying? So anytime, if you're taking time to do certain things, it should always be about you and how you're trying to do it. Even when I cut a chick off and I just tell her, hey, listen, here's my number. Holler at me later if you want to get together. That's me saying, I'm done talking to you. You understand? I'm finished. I don't feel like talking to you no more. You're annoying me, like, at this moment. So holler at me later if you want to make something happen, and we'll set something up. Because I've already spoken to you for 5 or 10 minutes trying to set something up, and you're not trying to do that at this moment. So listen, here's my number. You holler at me when you come to your senses, because you already know what I'm trying to do. You see what I mean? Everything starts with how I want to do it. It extends based off of how I want to do it, and it ends when I want it to end. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Qualify. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's all you got to do, man.
Yeah, you're right. And see, and at the same time, you still were flirting and building sexual tension too, because see, in
Right.
those situations, it's more of a sociable type of atmosphere. You know, the bars, the events,
Right.
those types of things. So, because me, I pulled women on the street. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really have the time to do that, so it's
Right.
much more, direct. Where I'll go up and say, "Hey, you're beautiful. You caught my eye. We should get together, or we should see each other sometime. Something like that. What's your number?"
Right.
It'd be like on the street or like, something really quick like that. But see, when I've been at those more sociable venues, then yeah, I call it like a little longer game or whatnot. It's more, I can be more indirect and ask those type of questions and stuff like that. But I still try to do the flirting too, because like I said, you'll run into the same situation where, it'll be, muddy waters and there's a lot more area to play games.
Right.
And stuff.
Right. Nah, real talk, man. Real talk. And it's crazy because that lady I was talking to, man, it was so like goofy because it was like she was doing so much shit that started to turn me off because she started complaining about her life and shit, and that, to me, I'm just saying for me personally, this is what happens when you're a dude who done had a lot of fucking sex in your life and a lot of chicks. You start asking questions. Like I know a lot of cats is watching right now. They're like, "What the fuck? You turned down some pussy?" Yes, I turned down some pussy, and it's not the first time. So what I'm saying is like she was complaining about a whole bunch of bullshit. She was basically drunk. So I told her, I said, "Listen, we can't. I'm not gonna fuck you when you drunk like this." So that's that. You feel what I'm saying? So then she was like, "No, I'm gonna sober up." She started drinking water. I was like, "No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We ain't gonna do this." So at the beginning, I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then by the middle of the conversation, I was like, "I ain't fucking this chick." And so the thing is, it took me to get to the middle of the conversation to realize that, and then that was me taking time, but it wasn't me wasting time with this girl because I wasn't doing anything on her terms. I was doing it all on my terms. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's what it
is.
So,
I mean, you're right about that. And shoot, dude, even long time ago, when I was a virgin myself, in school, I had turned down some potential, vagina myself because in fact the woman was a stalker and would just try to find out where my location was and went all around the school to ask people where I was at and all that type of stuff. And I was just thinking, man, and then she actually confronted me. It was like a bit little confrontational. Was asking why I didn't contact her or this type of stuff. And I was thinking, dang, if I had sex with her, I don't know, that is a stage 5 clinker.
Right, exactly. So that's what I be telling cats. You got to be careful with the chicks you laying up with and sleeping with, because the repercussions sometimes. It ain't pretty. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you can never be 100% because sometimes you meet a chick, shit just pop off. It is what it is. But you got to just really be, watching your shit. You feel me? So yeah, man. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my dude. Appreciate the call, man. So yeah, man. But you brought up a lot of good points, man. That's what's up. All right, so I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Hey, yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot, my brother. I appreciate it like always. You're ready to get on off of here. And, just keep doing your thing. You all should get a store on your site. You can start having other memorabilia on your site if you don't already have any already,
Yeah, I got a store with my products, my game products, you know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't selling no T-shirts and none of that shit right now. So
okay, yeah, like you and Miles and stuff, you got like, hats. Items too. I mean, it'd be cool. I'll just give a little business idea too.
Right, but, right. We might think about doing some shit like that in the future, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. We'll see. You, man. We'll see. All right,
bro. But thanks, man. You have a good night. Okay.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you.
You too.
All right, peace. Yeah, man. That shit is. It's crazy. You gotta, be careful about the people you're fucking with, man. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? What's the deal?
Chilling, man.
Alright.
Putting in his work. But my question for you, man, it seems like what's going on with me right now is like I'm still hiring at females like consistently, but it seems like where I'm at right now, a lot of them like respect me for going up to them and approaching them, but well, I keep getting hit with like these girlfriend, like they have a girlfriend or have a boyfriend excuses and shit.
Mm.
I wasn't really too sure like why the fuck I keep running into that like as of late.
Mm. Well, some of these girls got boyfriends. Some of these girls have guys who they think are their boyfriends. So they say that,
Yeah.
and also some of them are just lying to you because they're not really feeling you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's usually all it is. Because even sometimes, even if a girl has a boyfriend, sometimes if she's really feeling you, she won't tell you she got a boyfriend.
Yeah, that's happening like plenty of times. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know. So I always say when a chick says she has a boyfriend, I just charge her immediately. I don't even fucking deal with her. I'm like, okay, we're done. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We're done.
Because like, so like, that leads to like my second question. Do you feel like commuter schools have like different women than what's like people who actually like live on campus? You know what I mean? Like people who are like on the fly, just like working and going to school versus people who are just there for school. Do you feel like it's like two different cultures? I feel like picture schools that like people predominantly live there. I'm having better success. Like I'm meeting more people, going to more parties. But like at the school I go to, which is like more of a commuter, I'm not really I'm not flowing with them as well.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, when you have a school where they got dorm rooms, people living there, and that's gonna create a situation to where it's easier access to sex. Because if you have a school where people just come into the school, they go to their class and then they bounce and then
Get
go,
the fuck out of here.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they just gone. So you can still holler at chicks through that situation, but it's way easier when it's a school where the people are living there. Because I've even had situations where I remember my cousin was at a school like that, and I went to visit her, and her friend, was in the dorm room, like, her dorm was like 2 doors down and shit. And I remember I went out just in a hallway. I think I was just going to go outside just to chill for a second. And I ran into her friend, and her friend invited me into the room, and then I started smashing her friend in like 15 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? Just by being there, like right there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely that helps. You know what I mean?
That's what I keep hearing about. Just like all these like dorm room encounters, but it's like I'm on campus, like literally, trying to put in work in the library or like putting work on the fly. It seems like it's like more stranger danger as opposed to like I'm the nigga like in 4E or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, you gotta, if it's a situation where you're in those situations where it's easier access, shit is set up easier, you gotta take advantage of that shit. You know what I'm saying? As much as you can. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I gotta start fucking with these dorms. All right, I appreciate it, man.
All right, bro. I'm out at you, man.
All
All right, peace. Crazy. You said I make it sound so easy? Hilarious. Now I'm telling you, for every story I'll be telling y'all where I'm fucking with a chick, there's a bunch of other stories of shit not popping off. You see what I'm saying? That's what almost every dude that really gets shit going with women is. There's a lot of a guy that gets shit popping. There's a lot to get it popping with that one girl. There's a lot of other chicks he ain't get it going with. EL, what's going on?
Hey, Locario, what's going on?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
This is David Heza from Minnesota, man. What's going on?
All right, what's good with you?
Man, just first of all, I was listening to you. You know what I mean? You was kicking some good game. I always appreciate that. But I swear, man, it feels like in the dating game, I always feel like you take 2 steps forward and you kind of take a couple back. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Like there's always something maybe that's what makes it fun. But like, I don't know. It's crazy. Cause alright, so on Saturday, I'm not gonna lie, I had a ball. You know what I mean? I went out with some friends. I thought we was just gonna go out to bars and stuff, but we ended up VIP and shit. Except I kind of realized in the section, like, there's no girls upstairs, so I just kind of went downstairs with some of my dudes and, like, started talking and whatnot. And it was cool. Like, I was doing my thing, working the whole room.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, talking to a bunch. Like, it's, oh, man. Anyway, talking to a bunch and whatnot. And, you know, I got, like 4 numbers, right? And then as I'm going home in the parking lot, I see this one girl I recognize, like, from way back then. And she's, like, fighting with her sister or whatnot. And I'm like, oh, shit, you kind of look familiar. Are you from such and such? And she's like, yeah. And they were, like, really arguing. And she asked me, like, for a ride home. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of on my way, so why not? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I didn't think, like, nothing of it or anything, you know. So I give her a ride, and she's telling me why she's mad and all that shit. And I'm like, whatever. And, like, you know, at the same time, I'm like, well, might as well start, like, flirting. You know what I mean? Like, she's not, like, crazy drunk or nothing. So I just get to flirting, you know what I mean? And, like, when we're right by her crib, start, like, making out and whatnot. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to hit you up and whatnot. Cool. Next day, you know what I mean?
How come you ain't going to crib though? What happened? Why you ain't go to the spot?
Bro, she lives with her mom.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, listen. Matter of fact, I was trying to actually get it popped in, like, in the whip, but my mom's kept calling me. Like,
oh my God, y'all motherfuckers, y'all some young ass motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, but like that. But that's the thing is, I was trying to, like, you know, find, like, you know, I got the number, so I was trying to, like, plan something for another time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we was even talking about that. So anyway, I got all these numbers, so it's like a total of like 5. The next day, I'm sending out a text. Now here, I'm low key kind of confused,
right?
Because, like, usually I kind of just went with somewhat of, like, the approach on Tinder where I'm just like, hey, what's up? This is Dave. You know, when are you free to hang out? Type of shit. You know what I mean? Nothing. Not even from that girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, like, the next day, that's like Monday today, I'm like, you know, look, you kind of cute. You know, whenever you're free to hang out, just, you know, hit me up. You know how to reach me. Boom. But, like, of course, I'm not, like, after that now, I'm not going to, like, hit him back up. But, like, my question basically is, like, yo, man, like, it's kind of, how are you supposed to be able to, like, you know, get that response after the night out? You know what I mean? Because it seems like that's the one time where it's almost impossible. I don't know what it is, like
to get,
you know
so you're saying how do you get these chicks to holler back at you after y'all, you know, after that night? You get her information, or you probably make an hour with her or whatever, and then you hit her up and then she don't respond.
Exactly.
Right. Well, the thing is, you gotta understand, this is why you have to understand that the game is a numbers game, because you can't really control how she's gonna respond to you. You feel what I'm saying? You can't control that shit. So the thing is, either the momentum from the night before is gonna still be there or it's not. It's really that simple. And a lot of times, the momentum isn't there. This is why I be telling dudes, if you with a chick that night and everything is going well that night, you need to try to smash that night. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times after that night, you know, and you hit her up, it's the moment is gone. So this is why you got to play the numbers game, because what happens is that, see, a lot of guys, they think, they be like, oh, what can I do, and what can I say, and what can I make happen, and what can I do this here and there, and it's like a lot of it is just a big waste of time, because when you're first in those situations with a chick, and I said this before, that's the least that's the time when it's least where it's like it's not the strongest bond, it's not the strongest like feel. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is, and this is why it's at the beginning it's a huge numbers game, because it's really about you being able to get a large amount of women that you talk to, and then through those large amount of women, some of them are going to respond to you. Those ones that respond to you, those are the ones that you those are the ones you work on. Those are the ones you keep going. Those are the ones you make shit happen with. This is why I tell guys, when you first fuck with a girl, you get her information, or you gotta do some shit. You met a girl at the club, you was making out with her, you try to hit her up again or whatever. All of that stuff is good, but at the end of the day, you're still dealing with a chick who she's not like she doesn't really know you yet, and on top of that, you're not the only dude. Like you probably hollered at her. I probably hollered at her. Another dude hollered at her. She got like 8 dudes that night that hollered at her. You see what I'm saying? And so the thing is, she's like, you know what I mean? You hit her up the next day, and it's like, okay, if she's feeling you, then she'll end up, hanging out with you, seeing you again or whatever. If not, then it is what it is. But her feeling you or her not feeling you, a lot of times what happens is it's very shaky at the beginning. This is why it's always so hard at the beginning to make something happen. This is why a lot of times when you get girls' numbers, they don't call you back. A lot of times when you might think, oh, I had such a good time with this chick last night. We was kissing, everything was cool. I got her number, I hit her up. How come she's not responding? That shit happens all the time. You see what I mean? And so for them, it's like this. It's almost like backwards. For women, it's easy for them to bounce. You understand what I'm saying? When they first meet you. For us, it's easy for us to bounce after we smashed. Because when I talk to women, their whole thing is, how come every time I have sex with these guys, they leave? You understand? And men are always saying, how come every time I get these girls' numbers, they don't respond? You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. You see what I mean?
I guess that does make sense.
Right, so for us, if we smash a girl, right? Let's say you fuck a girl, right? The reason why you're going to call her back or to see her again is because you have some interest after the fucking. You feel what I'm saying? You're like, well, I want to fuck her again. I liked her. Let me go see what's popping, right? That's the only reason you hit her up. If you're just like, well, it was just for the moment. That was cool. I'm good. You're not gonna call her. Same thing for women. When they're dealing with you, when they first meet you, they probably had a great time with you. For the moment, it was great. We had a good time. We was drinking. We was laughing. We was kissing. Then next, you call her the next day. She's like, eh. You see what I'm saying? It's the same. This is the same shit.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Man, it's just weird. Like, because like even like the one that I gave a ride to, bro, she was talking all like a bunch, like, oh, we can go on like a hike one day and whatnot. I'm like, what? I mean, sure. You know what I mean? But,
right.
So I'm thinking like, yo, if you were able to make plans like that, you know what I mean? Obviously you was waiting for a nigga to like hit you back up and say like, hey, we should, do something. You know what I mean? And
but see, they just talking, dude. They talking shit, man. It's the same way where a guy will talk shit to a chick, be like, oh yeah, girl, I like you. Let's do this, let's do that, whatever. And then if he smashing, and it's like whatever. You understand what I'm saying? All that shit don't mean nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the only thing that means something is when the girl is starting to feel attracted to you, or she has feelings, she's starting to like you, or the momentum from that night continued on. You see what I'm saying? Just like if you smash a chick and you're like, damn, she's cool, I'll holler at her again. Whatever thought or whatever feeling that is that you have for that particular girl, that's the only reason why she's able to see you again, because you felt that way about her. Same thing happens to women. The only reason you're going to see them again is because they felt that way about you. You see what I'm saying? It's really that simple. But this is why you got to play the numbers game, just like I tell women. Like, if a woman is looking for a guy that's a boyfriend type of dude, or a guy that's going to keep seeing her, I tell her the same thing. You got to play the numbers game. You're going to get fucked by a whole bunch of guys. That I tell these women, they're going to get fucked by a whole bunch of guys until they find that dude that want to keep fucking them and keep staying with them. It just is what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Damn, but at least they having sex. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not. Can you imagine if that was us? Where it's like, damn, bro, you gonna have to be smashing all these girls until you
Right.
find the one that likes.
But see, that's the
But
thing. That's the thing, though. If that was
yeah,
if that was happening to dudes generally, where a lot of dudes was getting sex that easy, then dudes will start acting like they want a long term thing. You feel what I'm saying?
I guess maybe, yeah.
right.
Nah,
You know?
I guess y'all would rather have it this way than the
Mhm.
other way.
Because truthfully, and I'm actually going to do a video about this too. Truthfully, a lot of dudes, a lot of guys who get a whole bunch of pussy or whatever, at a certain
Yeah.
point, they're just like, you know, because like let's say for example, they're the type of guy who's that alpha dude who women they want to fuck him, but they don't want to stay with him. So what happens is those guys end up they fuck a lot, but then they don't get any chicks that really want to do anything else. So then what happens is those dudes be like they meet a girl they like, and then that girl they like doesn't want to stay with them, and then they feel like, oh, that's fucked up because I actually like this chick. You see what I mean? So that also happens on that end too. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I've kind of noticed that, like, especially, when was it? Around like Saturday before I did leave, I was talking to like my cousin and her friends, like her girlfriend,
Right.
and like they were just talking about shit, and then I kind of was just more speaking my mind at this point, right? And I did kind of notice that, like, I like it's almost like what you're saying is true, where it's like they really wouldn't like ever, I don't know, almost take you seriously because it's like, I don't know if they're like intimidated by an alpha male or like whatnot, but like, you could see them, just smashing, you know what I mean? And I'm guessing at the same time, like sometimes I've realized that some girls that, they, when you propose that like, let's go ahead and smash, they all cool. But when you talk to them, they'll give you like one word answers or whatnot till you, just want to smash. And it's like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot of different ways, man. The game, there's a lot of complexities to the game, and also at the same time, the ironic part is a lot of this shit is still simple. You feel what I'm saying? It just all depends on your perspective and where you're looking at it. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my dude. I got to get a few more of these calls.
Yeah.
You feel me? All right. So
yeah,
I'll
good
let you,
talking to you, man.
All right. Peace. Later.
Peace.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that shit. I'll be trying to tell you cats, cause dudes be in the game with their ego, so that's why they be fucking up. You feel me? Yo, what's going on?
Yo, Locario, what up, man? This is 70 Plus back in the building.
What up, bro? What's popping with you, man?
Man, I got some more, man. Call in and talk about. I see guys are still on this the chicks not picking up the phone thing, man. I don't know why they won't just adopt my philosophy. The one call, that's all. One
Right.
text, that's all. They're like, that's just so hard to do, man. Like, man, I got to call her twice. I wonder what happened to her, man. Fuck what happened to her, man. Just,
Exactly.
Just get in a routine, man, where you just happy with life. Like me, man, I'm about to go out to Jamaica, man. I'm just about to get my passport and start back traveling again. So I'm going to work every day. So I actually have things on my mind that really ain't got nothing to do with fucking half of the time, and it ain't even got nothing to even really do with women. So, but I still approach women every day.
Right.
But I'm not sitting around if my phone don't ring or if I don't get a text from them. I'm not mad. I'm not wondering. I'm not looking at myself. I don't care because I have other things outside of women that keep me happy. Women are a perk to me.
Right.
They're not anything else. So once you get into that mind frame, you won't be so much as caring about what they do and what they don't do. Plus, like I said, I don't met over 70-something women, I think, that done allowed me to get down. So it ain't like I'm lacking, like I've only been with one or two people.
Right.
So I've had experiences. So I'm not at the age of 31. I'm not so thirsty and hyped about the fact of, man, I gotta get. I don't care what they do and don't do. To be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like another experience, like today, right? Like I said, I give out my number all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was at work and I was chilling. Chick just hit me out the blue. You know, I checked my phone. It was somebody texting me,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew it was a chick because it came to my Google number.
Right.
So I called it back to see who it was. I still ain't know. She just knew where she met me at. I still didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
but I carried the conversation. So what I did was, like I said, I get straight to the point when we first have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And my conversation go like this. I asked them what they trying to do. This chick literally kind of pretty much told me that she had somebody she was dealing with.
Right.
So again, I told her what I would have told her regardless of whether she had somebody or if she didn't have nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look, these are my requirements. If you're interested in the invitation, you can take it or leave it. But the thing I'm offering right now is a romantic friendship. I said I'm not really accepting. I said I'm not accepting applications.
Right.
I literally said this. Y'all think I'm playing? I really said this, and I say this to every woman
Right.
that I talk to. I said I'm not accepting applications for platonic friends. I'm not really at this moment accepting applications for anything else.
Mm.
I said if you're interested in, love making, body massages, and etc., and great conversation, probably hang out every now and then. I said cool, we can take it from now. Anything else, I said I'm just have to fall back, and
Right.
I'm gonna let it be a pleasure the fact that we met each other. And guess what the chick said?
Yeah.
She was like, "No, I'm good on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you go ahead or whatever." And guess
Right.
what I said? Cool.
Right. Right.
You
I
know what
love
I'm
it.
saying?
I love it.
I'm off the phone.
I love it. Exactly. I love it because it's like, yo, I love that when that happens because now I don't need to deal with you because you're doing me a favor by letting me know, look, you ain't about that, so we ain't gotta go down this road and waste each other's time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because what she was probably gonna do, because I looked at it like you called me out the blue. I pass out my number all the time. So let's say if I had the average guy's mentality in the game,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm just so happy that a chick is talking to me. I'm happy that someone is calling me or whatever it is.
Right.
And I'm like, man, I gotta go along with her program and I gotta watch what I say because I think I gotta go about it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Then she would have played me. She would have wasted me out of some time.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
I've talked to a few chicks and like I have a way of getting them to low key admit things that the average guy probably can't get them to admit.
Right. Right.
And they
Right.
low key be admitting that they really getting smashed at the moment, and they be gonna hit you up
Mm-hmm.
talking to you. So you be sitting there thinking like, okay, well, am I gonna be able to smash? But you'll find out that she had other plans for you. Like,
Right,
you try
right.
to talk to her about other stuff. She'd be like, no, I ain't trying to do such. And if you're smart, you'll catch and be like, okay, she getting smashed. So what plan did she have for me? Did she think I was the lame dude that's going to buy her meals or
Mm-hmm.
the lame dude that's going to be talking to her on the phone? She had some kind of plan for you, just like you had a plan when you saw the chick with the big butt. You like, I just want to smash her.
Right,
Got a plan
right,
for you too.
exactly, and that's the thing that guys don't understand is that because we see chicks and we're like, yo, I want to smash this chick, or this chick seemed like she might be wifey, or I got a girl, I'm gonna have this other girl as a side chick. Chicks do the same shit. They be like, yo, this is the dude that's I'ma fuck. This is the dude that's gonna be paying my bills. This is the dude that's gonna take me out to eat. This is the dude I'm gonna be talking on the phone for a long time. So they designate all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The same way they got their own thing. So I'm like, guys need to know that so that that because see, this is the thing, and again, a lot of guys' egos be fucking up their situation and also their lack of understanding about women, because what happens is a guy, he gets with a girl and she's like, oh, let's wait, let's take our time to get to know each other. His dumb ass thinking, oh, I got me a good girl. She's not one of these hoes out here where, and I'm like, dude, you understand? Like, this chick is playing you, dude. She sees that you a sucker, and then you gonna believe that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like I said before, last time I called in, like even when I called in, I gave my experience about the chick with the hotel. I had to kick to the curb, and I called another chick right on spot in front of her, and got up with her, or whatever. Like, it's something that you got to be out here talking to them and living and understanding. And again, I met some more that's agreeing with the program. But I met these extra two by doing what? Speaking to people every day.
Right.
I had to run across this one to get this, that, and the third, to get just one or two that's like, one or two new ones that's like, hey, I'm down with it. And guess what I do with them too? If they change their mind, they gotta go.
Right.
That's just my mindset. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of guys thought like that. I think they'll be okay with it, man. So
Mm-hmm.
like I said, like main problem with them, what I noticed with a lot of guys in the chat, and just when I watch them interact on other dating guys shows, they really don't want to listen. Like you stated before, I think a lot of guys here for the entertainment,
Right.
this, that, and the third. So when you try to tell them, they act like females. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to.
Right. Right.
He lying. He lying. That didn't happen. And you think this way because you the dude with your arms folded, just watching in the cut. You watching all the real men deal with women, but you're not out there really in the game doing anything.
Right. Real shit.
Yeah,
And that's how it is, man. It's like, but again, the real cat's always gonna prosper. That's really all it is. When dudes understand what the game is, what the game is about, and what they need to do to get what they need to get, and they actually go and do the shit, then shit's gonna work out for them. You know what I mean? It's really that simple. But when cats don't really understand things, and because see, the worst thing about this whole thing is that dudes complain about the game, but what's worse than what's worse than actually like having to learn game is to not know the game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's better to learn the game than to not know the game, because not knowing it is going to make your situation worse. You see what I'm saying? Because at least if you know it, you say, okay, well, I got this knowledge, I know how to apply it, so then I know how to deal with things as it comes my way. If you don't understand certain things, you don't even know when things are coming your way. This is why when you get with a girl and she is playing you and she's doing a whole bunch of bullshit and all this other stuff, you don't even see it coming. You don't even realize it's coming. You don't even know that you're in the middle of some bullshit. And then when you recognize that you got played, you all upset and you all crying and you all bitching and moaning and got your heart broken and all this other goofy shit. And it's because you didn't realize what was going on. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like you gotta know. You know what I mean?
Another thing I want to say to them before I dip off, like a lot of this stuff, if y'all actually go out there and start hollering at them, and I'm not saying every woman is the same, every man is the same on the face of the planet, but what you'll start to notice is there's similarities in a lot of these female behavior. So what you'll start to do is, let's say one said this, talking about movies and BS and all this, you talk to another one, they saying some stuff. This one who tried to get down, everybody who tried to get down with you, they did this certain thing. You'll start to notice the similarities. So if you're smart and you pay attention to it, you'll be able to do what I call a process of elimination. Because that's what I do. I literally set it up like a system. I have a process of elimination going on. And yes, I'm mode one when I get on the phone. I'm straight up. I'm that dude. I don't care what nobody say about it. I'm going to straight up tell you, but before I even give you a regular conversation, I'm straight up telling you what I stopped you for. And my thing is, if a woman has an issue with my sexual advances, we can't advance. We can't talk about the birds. We can't talk about the science.
Right, exactly.
we can't talk about, I'm sorry, I may sound misogynistic, and goddamn it, maybe I am. I don't care. But all I know is we can't go no further if I can't at least get you to confess to agree. And you agreeing to what I want will get you saved in the phone. You doing what I want will get you continuously in my presence of being in my phone.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to say about the whole situation. So when y'all adopt that mentality, one call, that's all. You don't have to call people 2 and 3 times. I'm living proof. I'm telling you, I do it.
Right.
I give my number. I don't even ask for theirs, like I stated a million times. I give them mine. And whoever hits me or texts me, if I call you that one time and you don't pick up, guess what? You're assed out. You missed your interview with greatness. I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit, that's what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
if I text you one time and say what's up or whatever it is, I text you and say, and you don't reply to it, guess who don't give a damn? Guess who's not gonna wonder? Guess who's not mad at you? Me. I'm not mad. I don't give a damn. My mind is always moving forward. I'm flirting with 10 different women every day anyway, so half of the time it's hard for me to remember. Plus, like I said, I got real life. I'm planning on vacation and stuff like that. So I don't even care.
Right.
It's not something I'm pretending. It's a natural feeling. I naturally don't care.
Right, exactly, and that's where cats really need to get it to that point, because again, once you put yourself in these situations and then you get well versed in the game, you start getting used to these type of situations, then all of this just becomes like regular to you. It's normal to you. Like when a chick be on some bullshit, it's like, so you know what I'm saying? Like keep it moving. Like whatever.
Nobody gives a damn. I mean, you have to look at it like this. Like put yourself. Like I would tell guys, think of yourself as a multi-million-dollar company, and you're hiring people. You extending them the opportunity.
Right.
You
Exactly.
extend her the opportunity to deal with you, like flip it, like how some women think they're extending you an opportunity to sleep with them. Flip that, have that same cocky mentality. I'm extending you the opportunity to be graced with a real man's presence.
Right.
Because half these other guys is gay and they're locked up and they scared to talk to women and they're so on and so forth. I have the mentality I can meet a million motherfuckers like you, but you can only meet one guy like me, or probably 1.5 at the most. So when you have that mentality about it, you don't care. And then you have to also have the mentality that, hey, I may go this whole week or this month without no women. But guess what? I still got other things I'm focused on that I'm happy about. So I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at women. I ain't none of that. I'm still hollering. I'm still living life. I'm still happy. Guess what? You're going to eventually run into women that's down with your program, but still have that mentality like, but you can go too if you trip. You know what I'm saying? Or you can stay as long as you down with the program.
Right.
My program don't change regardless of whether they cooperate and whether they not cooperating. I always tell them what I want from them, and if you deny me what I want, you're done.
Right.
Simple
Real
as that.
shit.
If I call you, you don't pick up, you're done.
Right. Nah, real shit, man.
That's how I want to step on it, man.
See, that's that. I like the mindset, man. So you guys gotta pay attention to that. You gotta listen to that. That's that mindset that you have to have, and that's the thing that gives you the success with women. All of this other stuff where dudes is like crying about chicks and being on some insecure shit and always talking about, oh, it's all about looks and money and all that other garbage. That type of shit is not gonna get you anywhere. You see what I'm saying? It all starts from your mind first, and then your mind, what your thoughts become your actions. You see what I mean? And then you get shit popping. You feel me? But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my dude, man.
And I'm gonna get off here, man. But I want to shout out one of your people in the chat, man. Incredible Jay. He's probably the biggest simp you got on here, man. Because I can tell he really despises the game. His brother does not like the game. I've been spitting the truth on here. He did not like it, especially when I'm talking about the women and the moving forward past them. That dude don't like that, man. So,
some guys it's gonna take them longer to get it. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna take them longer to get it. So
I love guys like you, man, because there's dudes like you, man, that have the women bringing me meals after the dates and stuff like that.
Right. Real talk.
Keep it up, man. Don't learn. Just don't pay attention to it. Matter of fact, forget everything I taught you.
Right. All right, bro.
All right, man. I'm out, Locario.
All right, peace. Yeah, real shit, man. Let me see what this is. Hold on. Oh, they just hung up. Man, nah, he spitting some real shit, man. Spitting some real shit. You gotta understand, man, when you're doing real shit, certain cats can't rock with it. You gotta understand that. Yo, what's going on?
Hello?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
What's going on? This is Joe from Texas.
What up, bro? What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I got a dilemma.
All right.
I've been using prostitutes. I'm trying to stop them. I'm trying to change my ways into just using my mouth to get women. You think it's possible to do that?
Of course, it's possible to do that, dude. That's what
I'm 40 years old. I've been doing this my whole life. I never got sex outside of paying for it.
So
I don't even know if I could, even got the ability to change.
So you're saying that all the sex you've had was from prostitutes?
Yes.
And you've never had a girl who had sex with you just straight off of like hollering at her and hanging out and having sex?
No.
Man. So you got to see. What's interesting is that you've never, if this is the case, you've never experienced like a woman having sex with you because she desires you, man. And you got to be able to experience that, because it's gonna be a totally different experience than having sex with a girl that you paying.
Right. I mean, I want to experience it, but throughout my years, trying to approach the women and all that, every time I try to approach a woman, I get nervous. I feel like the woman doesn't want me to even approach her. Like, she gives off these angry vibes, like she don't want to be approached. That's always turned me off from approaching.
Well, that's the thing. Your nervousness and your lack of game when it comes to this is directly correlated with the fact that you're always paying for sex. You see what I'm saying? So paying for sex is your default. You feel what I mean? And the thing is, you have to see, what I would say to you is that you need to go on a break from doing all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like doing all that stuff, because you need to get yourself in a position where you start practicing and interacting with women to where you are going to get comfortable talking to them. Once you get comfortable talking to women, then there's going to be women who are going to be feeling you as far as, having sexual situations with you. But right now you're not comfortable, and that's why it's not working out. You gotta practice and get yourself comfortable talking to women and understanding how women act and think. And that's the thing that's gonna make shit, be easier for you, because right now you're in your comfort zone with paying for shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I would say you gotta take a break from that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take a break from that. You gotta not, you gotta tone down on that, because what you want to do is this. It's like anything you're trying to get better at. You have to eliminate your safety net. You see what I mean? And you paying for it is the safety net. It's the comfort zone. So it's like with anything. If you, let's say, for example, I had a guy that hit me up and he said, I want to start getting with hotter girls. And he said I was only dealing with girls who were like average looking. So I said, listen, you have to eliminate talking to average girls. I said, don't talk to any girls that aren't hot to you. Only talk to the hot girls. Because if he only talks to the hot girls, then he's going to eventually get a hot chick. So the same thing with you is that you have to eliminate the paying for that shit, so that in order for you to actually get sex, you're gonna have to go and talk to a girl, interact with her, and get to the point where she wants to have sex with you. But again, that's gonna take practice on your part. If all you've been doing is sleeping with prostitutes, you gotta really put some time into cultivating this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
All right, when you take time into cultivating, so what in particular should I try doing?
Well, first, what I would say to you is that you need to read up on some game and learn, things about women, and learn things about how to be a guy that knows how to interact with girls, how to have conversations with women, how to build sexual tension with girls, how to pull girls, from bars, clubs, and all this other stuff, how to be able to do this stuff. But again, understand that it's going to take you some time. So, it's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight if you have, since you haven't been doing it. But it's something that once you get the hang of it, it's going to get easier and easier as time goes on. And then you're going to get to a point where you're not going to have to deal with paying for shit and all that other stuff. But again, it's up to you how bad you want to actually work on it. You feel what I'm saying? So,
All right, so do you recommend me just stopping using prostitutes altogether?
Yes. I think hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. Hell yeah. Because you want to be able to push yourself to get to the point where you actually need to learn how to make it happen. You see what I'm saying? The reason why you're not bothering to learn it is because you have the fallback of just like, you know what I'm saying, going to the prostitutes. You know what I mean?
And it's a lot easier nowadays. You got Backpage and stuff like that now. It's a whole lot more easier than it was.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that shit too, man, because you don't want to get caught up in no bullshit. So that's another thing. So it's just a lot of crazy shit that goes down with that shit. So so you got to make sure you're on top of your shit. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try doing that. So I should just stop altogether using prostitutes. And try to go out to a bar or something.
And start learning. Talking to women. Yeah, start talking to women. start reading up on some game, read up on some books, get my book, get How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day, so you can learn how to holler at them chicks. You feel what I'm saying? And get shit going, man.
But how do I get over it? Again, not being able to approach women, because it's so bad to where, like, even if I look at a woman, it seems like she got a scowl on her face, and like I said, it just makes me not want to talk to them at all.
Well, a lot of it is just usually it's you perceiving that, because that's how you think. You probably have a mindset now where you feel like women don't want you to talk to them. You understand? And then that and you're looking for that. You see what I'm saying? You're looking for that. A lot of times you're looking for things to validate your belief. You feel what I'm saying? So, because I'm sure if I was chilling with you, every girl out there ain't gonna be having a scowl on her face. You feel what I'm saying? Is how you looking at the shit. There's gonna be girls out there who is gonna be welcoming to you if you are comfortable in yourself to be able to go and talk to them. So again, this is why I said you got to go out there and do it, because right now in your mind, that's what you're thinking. If you actually, in the reality of the situation is going to be different than what you're thinking a lot, because if you actually put yourself out there in a positive light, then you're going to actually see positive results. Now, there's going to be, if you still have the mindset of thinking women aren't going to like you, what's going to happen is you could be talking to a girl who's actually having a conversation with you, and you're going to think she don't like you because you just think she don't like you. So you're going to pick out something to say, oh, she doesn't like me because she said this, even though she could have been having a good conversation with you. You see what I mean? So, you got to be able to put yourself out there, man. You feel me?
And also, I live in a relatively small town, so it's kind of known the type of stuff that I do. How would you think it'd be a problem me trying to get with a woman, even though like I may have a rep of going to see prostitutes, because they I live in a small town, so it's possible they can know what I do.
Well, the thing is, I'm sure everybody don't know exactly what you're doing, you feel me, or what you did. So I would say don't worry about that. And also, too, if you need to, go out of your area. Don't just designate yourself to that one area. Find other spots to go to. You understand? Go to spots that you've never been to before. You see what I mean? And talk to people you've never seen before that don't live around your area. Go in other areas. So, the world is bigger than just your area. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, you gotta expand that. You gotta really, really commit yourself to this to get to the point where you're trying to get to. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't, it's just gonna fall back into the same shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely want to do it because I'm getting older. I would like to have a wife one day.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna have to you're gonna have to get it together and start talking to these women, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you. All right, man. Yeah, you guys gotta stop messing with these fucking these chicks out here like this, man. Damn. Shit is crazy. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, Locario, man. What up, man?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
It's Javi, man, from hot ass Arizona.
All right, what's going on with you?
Yo, so real quick, I'm tripping because you actually answered, bro. Because I was watching the live stream, man. It's a little delayed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. Real quick, man. I just want to give a huge shout out to that dude that just called, man. Because I don't know about anybody else, but that takes a lot out of somebody to say and admit that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, if anything, if there's one tip of advice I would give that dude is, because I know he's spending money,
mm-hmm.
On prostitutes. I would recommend him, if anything, instead of that, investing, even into your courses, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Courses that you're providing. Because it's crazy, bro. Because I literally found your channel, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago, bro, and I've seen some of your videos, man. I'm just I'm over here thinking this dude know what he's talking about, man. And
that's what's up. Appreciate
I tell people, iron sharpens iron, or what have you, blades sharpens blades and stuff, man. I'm just I'm peeping a lot of these videos, and I'm like, man, like, it's helping, refine, all this info, man. But anyways, man, yeah, that was pretty much it, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to ask your feedback, bro. I had a situation with this female, yo, and it's pretty much. It's pretty much, long story short, bro, it's some chick at my work, and, I was talking to her and all that, we was flirting and all that. She was, we was filming each other, bro. And, I know you mentioned on the stream that, females like to waste time, they love attention.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. So, I kind of cut to the chase, bro. I was talking to her one time, like, yo, let's kick it some time, let's hit up a bar, what have you. And she was cool with it and all that. I hit her up the next day, and I was like, "Yo, let's meet up." And I was like, "For sure." And long story short, she pretty much flaked. I wasn't tripping though. You know what I mean? I came through. Had a good time, talked to some people, got some numbers. Yada yada yada, and kept it moving, man. Next day, they didn't make nothing of it. Kept moving forward and stuff. I think it started some other time. And, I try to do it again. Let's meet up. I want to take you to this spot. I'll pick you up and all that. She's like, yo, I'm down. And I was like, for sure. I was like, hit me back. Send me the address. I'll pick you up. Never hit back. I was like, for sure. Cool. And, yeah, man, it's just crazy, bro, because,
So she flaked, hold on, so she flaked twice? Is that what happened?
Yeah, she flaked twice, bro, and I was like, that was pretty much for me. That was pretty much the kind of like the last straw. You feel me?
Right.
And it's crazy because while I was thinking that, that's when I kind of find your videos, and I was like, yo, like, so I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? I was like, this chick is really playing games, and
yeah,
and long story short, bro, and it's crazy, bro, because where we work at. It's a pretty big spot. It's like a warehouse, and we would always kicking and all that, eat lunch and what have you. And it would trip me out, bro, because speaking of attention, because I remember one time I was because I like to talk to a lot of people. She was sitting somewhere else, man, and I literally pulled up to sit by her, and I didn't even notice. I guess some other dude was trying to holler at her. And literally, like, I sat down. I wasn't even noticing, and I saw a dude like literally just shy away, like almost like he thought like she was my girl. You know what I mean? And like,
right.
I kind of just laughed, like in my mind, like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I was kind of just like, yo, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna spit game, what have you. And it's crazy because a chick even, she told me, just like, you see that? like asking me, like, yo, like, did you see that?
Right.
I was like, yeah, but
So what's up with this girl though? So hold on. So this is the girl that flaked on you. That's the same girl you work with, right?
Yeah. So my bad. Go ahead.
No. So you said that she flaked on you twice, right?
Yeah.
And now what's happening now? With you still trying to talk to her, or what's going on?
No. Yeah. So that's where I was gonna get at. I don't want to make it too long. So,
yeah, man. So
go ahead. Pretty much. Say again?
No. I said go ahead. Because you're trying to get to the point. I want to hear what's the.
So pretty much. Yeah. So pretty much what happened, bro. I was talking to her again, and I was trying to kick it with her, and she was like, "Yo, like, let's kick it tomorrow. Let's watch a movie." And that's kind of what I was like, "Yo, let me holler at you real quick." And I was just telling her, like, I was pretty much, just telling her, like, I pretty much told her this, bro. I was like, yo, look, man, we say it like this, bro. Like, when it comes to any type of relationship, it don't matter if it's friend, a fuck buddy, whatever, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know. I told him, communication is the foundation for any type of relationship, you feel me? And I was like, yo, like, to be honest with you, like, I don't know if I want to kick it with you no more because, we never even kicked it, you know what I mean? I only see you at work. But at the same time, like, you're not hitting me back, like,
right.
When you flake, you're not hitting me back like, yo, well, my bad, let's meet up. It was nothing. You know what I mean? And she realized that she was agreeing with it. And I was like, I kind of cut to the chase, bro. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if you're trying to fuck, like, hit me up. Because I'm really not trying to play games. I'm not trying to waste time. And it's crazy, bro, because I even told her that. I was like, you might as well delete my number. And I noticed she's your videos, bro, because it makes sense. I was like, if we're not even kicking it, if we're not, talking and shit,
right?
I was like, you might as well delete it, and I'm gonna move forward. And she was like, for sure and all that. I hung up, and it's crazy because I texted her like, deuces, because that was pretty much it. I was gonna leave the lumber, and she pretty much hit me back right away, bro. She was on, she was heated, and that was pretty much it, bro. 2 hours later,
so you said she was
back.
mad. So she was mad that you said all that.
Yeah, she got mad, bro. Like she texted me like literally ASAP, and it blew my mind because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even think she's gonna hit me back because, like I said, she never texted back. She never tries to rebound if she ever messes up.
Right.
So I was like, the irony. I even told her that. I was like, it's so ironic, when I'm real with you, and I told you I'm not gonna hit you back no more. You finally hit me back. And,
right. Well, see, that's the thing right there. That's the thing right there. Again, it's what I was saying. The whole show is that about the wasting time. Is that she, she wanted you there. She liked having you around to give her the attention, to do all this other stuff. But when you put your foot down and say, listen, I ain't gonna really be fucking with you no more because you on some bullshit, then she's like pissed off about it because now she doesn't have you to sort of like be there and waste your time and do all that other shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
But see, the thing is, from the beginning though, you should have just told her it's a wrap. Like when that first time she flaked, you know what I'm saying? It should have been a wrap from then. You know what I'm saying? So is that type of shit?
I feel you, bro. Yeah, no, definitely, man. It's definitely a learning experience, bro. Because like I said, what's crazy is, that pretty much happened. I was like, cool, I'm gonna keep it moving. And she literally hit me up like 2 hours later, and she was saying all this other mess on a text. And the last text she sent me, bro, was like, don't bother responding. I blocked your number. And I was like,
that's what she said. She said
I was laughing. I was laughing because I was like, why would you want me to know when I told you I was gonna hit you up, and then now you told me you blocked my number? And it's crazy because I saw another video you was talking about rejection, bro. How females don't like rejection, so they try to work around it, so it'll seem like we're at fault. You feel me? And I was that pretty much clicked right away, bro. When I saw that text, I was like, nah, bro, like.
Right.
Like,
and you see this the thing, and this is the thing you gotta notice, because you hit her up and say, yo, let's get together. Y'all supposed to get together. She flaked on you. And then you confronted her about the flake and said, listen, I ain't trying to really fuck with you no more. And now you brought to light her bullshit, which is why she's mad, which is why she's doing all that blocking crazy shit, because she doesn't want to be called out on what she did and knowing that she was on some attention whore shit. Because again, this is what we talking about when wasting time with these chicks. You got to get to the point. You got to let them know what you're trying to do. You got to start charging these chicks to the game early when they playing those games. You see what I mean? Because I've said this a million times, is that when a woman likes you, she's going to make the shit easy for you. When she's really feeling you, she's going to make the shit easy for you. The exceptions are usually if a chick is maybe intimidated by you, but even in those cases, her desire for you has to be stronger than her fear of or her intimidation of you, and that usually makes the shit go down with the girl. But you did the right thing though. You did the right thing. But what I'll say for next time, if a chick fucking flakes on your ass, you know what I'm saying, like that, like when she just don't show up or whatever, she's done. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a wrap. You don't even need to keep fucking with that chick, man. But yo, I appreciate the call, my dude. I gotta get a few more of these calls before I get up out of here. But
Real quick, man, I'm gonna make it quick. Yeah, man, I really appreciate the feedback, bro, because that was pretty much it, man. I was like, in my mind, I felt like I did the right thing, and I just wanted to ask you, bro, because like I said, you know, huge shout out to you, bro. I feel like you're doing an amazing thing, bro. Spreading all this knowledge, man. I feel like a lot of people could, learn a lot from it, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, bro. And like I said, it's crazy because, like, now when I see her around, bro, like, she just kind of sitting there by herself, yo. It's like I'm not doing nothing to her. She can do whatever she wants. I'm kind of just talking to people, but it's like it goes back to that attention thing, bro. So, other than that, bro, I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Much love, and yeah, man, let's keep moving forward.
All right, that's what's up, bro. Appreciate the call, man. Yeah, man. That's this. You can't be making these girls waste your time, guys, man. I'm telling you. Man, but yo, what time is it? I gotta get up out of here, man. I've been fucking working since I don't know how long today, man. I got up at like 9 o'clock. It's fucking 1 a.m. I've been working straight all day. Shit. But yo, listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm gonna do another one maybe Wednesday, but of course Friday. You know how that go. So make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Also, make sure you guys get tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. The Truth About the Game seminar is coming up. That shit is going to be on point. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let me shout out all the people in the room. I want to shout out everybody that's watching. Shout out Gerara King, Jermaine Jones, Will Z, Real Deal, Incredible J, Night Zoom Flight, Female Pimp, Shaddy Ratty, Jason Tate, Funky Fresh. Who else? What's up in here that we had up in the spot? Shout out to O Forley the God, Nathan Wong, Spartan Butler. It's your boy Javi. Cobb 18, Sweet Potato Pies in the building. Kelly Moore. Who else we had up in here? Jeremy DeVille. Paul Jean. Who else was up in the spots? Man. O&L fam. Shout out to you. And listen, man, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. All right? So you guys have a good night or good morning or wherever it is where you guys are at, and I'll holler at you soon, all right? Remember, the truth is inside you.